Okay, Lash Besties, in today's episode, I'm going to be talking about customer service and why it's so important for lash artists to utilize it. Also, nothing surprises me in this industry with how little some lash artists know about good customer service. They think that it's the retention issues that's causing their lash clients not to return, but in actuality, it could probably be their bad customer service. That's right, I said it. So, if you want to know how to win your potential lash clients and current lash clients over, keep listening. Welcome to Lash Biz 101. My name is Erica Wilson, and I am your lash bestie that talks everything lash business. Whether you're a seasoned lash artist or new to the lash industry, we all strive for one thing: to run a thriving and successful lash business. I help you think about things you may have overlooked or chose to put on the back burner. I'm that little voice in your head to help push your business in the right direction and to that next level. We could all use a little help and advice, and I'm hoping this is where you can find it. Remember, this is a safe space for everyone. I speak from my heart, and I try to motivate and encourage everyone who's listening. Before we get started, I want to say thank you for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the show. All right, let's get started. All right, Lash friends, as I mentioned at the opening of the show, I am going to be discussing customer service because it's so important to utilize in order to keep our lash doors open. Running a lash business is more than just being a business owner, it's wearing multiple hats, and customer service is probably the most important one of them all outside of being a lash artist. For those of you who dismiss that statement, let me break it down to you. When you're approached by a potential client, be it face to face, over the phone, text, DM, or email, you're providing customer service. You're selling yourself, your skill, services, and experience. Um, Here's another example. When you're talking to your lash client about your services, explaining to them on how to care for their lashes and upselling your retail products, the list can go on and on. You're applying your customer service skills. Hello. So don't think for one moment that you're not in the business of customer service, because, friend, you are. Sometimes we can get so wrapped up into just providing the lash service that we forget we're providing a customer service as well. Now, in this episode, I want to help you brush up on those customer service skills. So go ahead and roll your sleeves up and to use them to keep good words coming out of your client's mouth. This may seem trivial and menial to you, but believe me, it's so many lash artists out there that have lost many clients because of this. And plus, this can especially help to know when to bump it up to keep certain situations from going south. Now, let's talk basics. What exactly is good customer service? To summarize, good customer service essentially means to consistently meet your lash client's expectations, which can be hard to do sometimes. To start, I'm not saying you need to change who you are as a person, but you're a professional and you should act as such. First thing, as a professional lash artist, have a pleasant attitude when your client enters your space. Over the last 20 years that I've been in the beauty industry as a whole, I've learned that when our clients come to us to receive their service, sometimes they could have had a hard start to their morning, a long, hard day at work, dealing with traffic, kids, arguments with their partner, who knows? But by the time they get to us, the least we can do is greet them with a smile and an upbeat attitude. Even if their demeanor is blah, and continue to stay upbeat. At some point during their lash service, they start to lighten up. And me personally speaking, I feel good once they leave, and I know I had something to do with helping to turn their day around. Okay, secondly, respect your client's time. I always make it a practice to arrive to my beauty bar at least 45 minutes to an hour early before my first client gets there. Me, I like to clean, make sure my incense are burning for some good smell good, spray disinfectant, set out clean, sterilized tools, prep properly for that first client, get some good listening going on through the speakers, and any last minute details I need to attend to. Besides, you have some clients that like to show up maybe 5 minutes early, and that's even better because that gives you some extra time on the back end of that appointment before your next client arrives. I'm saying all this to say, don't show up to your own business late and keep your clients waiting. Also, keep in mind that your clients have other things planned in their day, and laying on your lash bed for hours was probably not part of it. Here's another. Continue to educate your clients about the service they're receiving. It can be a face to face conversation, email newsletters, or some sort of visuals spread out throughout your location. Just always have that conversation with them. It reminds them that you care for the service that you're providing to them, and that feeling goes a long way. Now, let's get deeper and expand a little more about good customer service. And remember, this is a podcast about lash business, and customer service is a major key in running your business. So let's continue. Lash besties, I want to take a quick moment to share something with you, and then we'll get back to the podcast. I'm not sure where you are in your lash extensions business. Either you're a new lash artist or maybe you're seasoned. In any case, I want to help ensure your business is set up for success. Truly. You see, when I first started lashing 12 years ago, I thought just taking clients and doing lashes was all I needed to do in order to run a lash business. Boy, was I wrong, and I had to learn that the hard way. Back then, there was no one who offered tips or advice with what to do first and what direction to go in. I had no idea that I needed to register my business, get a business accountant, hire a business lawyer, get business insurance, have an ironclad intake waiver form, how to put together a business plan, so on and so forth. Well, I don't want you to be like I was with learning the hard way for years. It was so hard to bounce back from all the setbacks that I knew nothing about. That's why I decided that no one would need to ever experience that feeling I had. So I did something about it and wrote a book, The Lash Artist's Guide to Success: How to Run Your Lash Extensions Business. This book is like a business coach in your hands. I give you everything very important for your business to be set up properly and to avoid any setbacks. I also give references, examples, tips, and much more to make it as easy as I can for you. So please, don't be like me. It took me years to get my business on track. Go to my website right now, lashbiz101.com/shop, or click the link in the show notes and get your book now. You won't regret it. You'll thank me later. And you're welcome. Now, let's get back to the podcast. Client concerns. Be sure to always be attentive and listen to your clients' concerns, and don't just brush them off or dismiss them. If they brought it to your attention, then it's a concern for them. Help provide a solution to your client's lash needs, concerns, or problems. Other than providing your lash services, this is what they pay you for. Once a client feels like their concerns are not important to you, they will always keep that in the back of their mind, and all it takes is for you to be dismissive again, and you've lost a client. We're all women. We know how we operate. And to piggyback off of that, to my next point, be quick to respond. If your client texts, DM, or email you with a concern or just a question in general, follow up in a timely manner. Now, I'm not saying if she sends you a message at 12 o'clock in the morning to respond. I'm just saying not to wait days to respond. If she reaches out to you late at night about rescheduling, canceling, or any kind of question, respond first thing the next morning and start the response with something like, "Hey client, good morning. I see that you reached out to me last night. I apologize for the delayed response. I try to refrain from conducting business during family time, but to answer your question, blah, 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 blah." So, what you're doing here is apologizing for the delay in responding and still answering her question or concern. And in a slight way, letting her know that in the future, when she reaches out to you at night and you don't respond, she now knows why and will anticipate to hear from you the following morning. This all sums up good customer service. Moving on, have a personalized relationship with your clients. Listen to what I'm saying. There's a clear difference between having a personal relationship with your clients and a personalized relationship with them. Let me explain. For instance, remembering their birthday, asking about their kids, recent accomplishments, job promotions, any sort of anniversaries, talking about their favorite TV shows, basically something personal that you've learned about them and just asking them about it. This will make them feel like, wow, you remember that? Clients like to be impressed and like to know that when they share personal moments in their life that they're being heard. That goes a long way. Also, don't overstep your boundaries. Don't get so comfortable with your clients that you forget they're your clients. Be careful with oversharing too much of your personal information or overimposing your personal feelings or thoughts in their personal affairs. Be mindful of your words in response and learn how to edit yourself. Not everything that's thought of needs to be shared, especially to your paying clients. One last piece, keep your word. If you're claiming to provide an outstanding service from beginning to finish, from day one to present, hold on to that word. Never promise or over guarantee on a service and then not able to meet those expectations. If you say you're going to reach out to your client for a specific reason, do it. I'm not one for a ton of excuses, and I definitely don't want my hairstylist, nail tech, or esthetician giving me a ton of excuses as to why they didn't follow through on something they offered to me. After all of this is said and done in this episode, in the end, you basically should want your lash clients to feel like you would want to feel in any capacity of you receiving customer service, respected and appreciated. Well, I think that I've said a mouthful in this episode, but I feel like it was needed. I want to continue to motivate you to run your lash business successfully and to continue to give you insight on things you may not have thought of. Now, as always, if you found this episode can add value to your lash business, please leave a comment. Now, I see a lot of you who are listening to my podcast, but you're not leaving a comment. Don't be scared. Also, if you have anything you can add to providing great customer service, please share. Let's start a conversation. I thank you so much for listening. And as they say, if you haven't already, please like, subscribe, and comment. And don't forget, please follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at LashBiz101. And if you know of any lash artists who might benefit from my podcast, please forward this podcast to them. Until next time, love you. Bye.